Hola, amigas. Tis I, Chlois, aka Manny Bish, on Insta, and today we are using VIP status and Witch and Famous, which is the exclusive October exclusive from Sparkle and Co. VIP status is also from Sparkle and Co. And so we are just going to get started. So for this, I still wanted to do something like Halloween vibe-esque. And so that's why I chose to go black and purple. I did want to use Witch and Famous. I had ordered some gel liners for art, which you will see me use one later. And because they were on sale from Sparkle & Co. And I was able to get the October exclusive. And so I thought, well, I will go ahead and use it. But this could be done with like any kind of black that you have. It doesn't have to have flakes in it or anything. It can be just solid black. And then you could do purple, green, orange, anything that is Halloween vibes to you. I just wanted to do something for those of you that don't necessarily want to do nail art or don't think you can or just want a plain and simple yet festive mani. This is partially for you, and I say partially because I am going to finish this whole mani out with just a simple nail, but then I am going to try my hand at the pop art situation at the very end. So stay tuned for that if you are interested. So again, for this, just doing, so for me, I actually wanted the purple to be more like the accent nail than the flake, just because I feel like, a lot of times everybody does the sparkle, the glitter, the flakes, all of that. They do that as the accent nail instead of as the focal point. And so I was like, you know what? No. I'm going to do the solid color as my accent nail, and we're going to have the glitter, the flakies just standing right in the front. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 layers of VIP status. And here on this finger, well, not even just on this finger, I'm only going to show you this finger. I was missing a chunk right on the edge of my cuticle there, and I was like, I need to fix that little bald spot because that is not going to be pretty. So I just went ahead and filled it in right there. And this mess that I'm now creating, trying to slide it and place it and manipulate it, that mess will get cleaned up with filing and you can't even tell it's there. So yeah, I did start with this purple though first, just so I didn't have flakes flying around everywhere while I was trying to do it and have something stick to my wet brush or wet nail before I was even able to dip it. I flung my little tray around. I do use, I got this 3-tiered, like French dip, whatever tray off of Amazon. I can or will leave it linked below, but I do use this. I have been using this for all of my manis recently because of these long nails that I got going on. So I've just been pouring all my stuff into these and dipping into them. And so for this guy, I am going to be laying my fingers flat. I was laying my fingers flat and I poured over, starting with the other one. And then once I had enough poured over into my tray, I dipped for the second layer. But for this, I'm just starting right off the back. What in the world? Right off the bat. Just laying right flat into that. Just to help get the flakies to stick smoother. And then I am also taking my finger and just pressing them down a little bit before the base completely dries, again, to help lay them down flat, smooth it out. That way we don't have a bunch of craziness going on for our next layer and all that stuff. I am brushing those babies off we're going to go in with our second layer. And I felt like for starters, I was struggling because my dip base is extremely low. I do have another one. I know. But yes, this color stained my brush like crazy. So it was a good thing that I planned on switching this out after this mani, because like you see me having to tilt the bottle and everything because that's how low I am on it. And like I said, I do have another bottle, but again, it was lucky for me that this would be my last mani I anticipate on doing with this bottle, because my brush, I wiped it off and everything and it was still purple black. That flaky dip, the Witch and Famous one from Sparkle & Co. stained like a mother. Let me tell you. I took it after doing the second layer that I did on my index finger. I was like, whoa, that is black. And I wiped it off and I was like, whoa, that is purple. So, yes, be cautious of that. It will stain your brushes. And I am just scrubby brushing before I dip in clear. Scrubby brushing on top of your flakies after they are dry will help those like extra loose pieces fly away. You won't have to worry about those doing anything, and any pieces that aren't stuck completely flat, like it'll just help. It will help. I clear capped, which I sped through, of course, because that's just the simple, plain and easy thing. I am activating, and I am going to file and buff, and then we are going to top coat, and then we'll get on to the other nail art, the pop art that I decided to do. So back from filing and buffing, and I am just scrubbing any dust off, and then I used alcohol and wiped off my nails too. Now we are going to activate, and that'll get rid of all that alcohol markage stuff because it kind of stains when it dries, but it will go away when you activate, so don't worry about that. Anywho, I'm just activating those, and then we are going to wipe them off. Even my activator is low. You see me struggling with that too. I'm telling you guys, I have a whole new set, like from base coat, activator, top coat. I just, for whatever reason, am like, I will use all of this because I love it so much. I will use every single drop of these liquids. So, yeah. Wiped my nails off. Now we're going in with the top coat. Doing this super fast on the first layer. Just whoop, 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 and a little whoop there because I missed part of my cuticle. And wipe your brush off after each nail so you don't have contamination going on, because your brush will get hard. I know this from experience. And it will not be easy to manipulate, let me tell you. And so then we're going to go in with our second layer. And after this step, if you didn't want to do the nail art or anything, like I said, you just wanted to be festive with the colors for Halloween or whatever, this would be where you could stop, is after this second layer, and you're good to go. You're like festive without being overboard or like crazy or anything. You've got the vibe going, you know? But you know me, I just had to take it to the next step, and I couldn't be plain like that just yet. Not yet. It's still the season of me wanting to be decorative, you know? So this is why I did like do the plain mani. I wanted those of y'all that don't necessarily get all into the nail art to still have some inspo of some sort to you know, have some color and festiveness going on. And so this is what this would look like. Again, you don't have to use these exact same colors. You could use black and orange, black and green, black and purple. It doesn't have to be a flaky black. It can be a plain black. It could, you know, just use your imagination and let the wind take you where it takes you. And so now I have waited for my dip top coat to dry, and I am just outlining my nails. I am taking my black liner and using the brush that it comes with, and I am just outlining my nails. So I started with my hand flat on the table. I will say, when you do this, you probably want to be looking at your hand when you do it, because there's different angles. So when I had my hand flat and started doing the outline, when I turned it towards me, I was like, oh, you can't even see the black because it was too far off to the side. And I was like, okay, we need to have more black at the center focal point of the nail. So I did have to come in a little bit closer to the center of the nail with the outline. And I mean, it's okay if part of the perimeter of your nail color shows through, because nobody's going to be really paying attention to that. They can't really see up close to the sides of your nails to see that they're still purple around the perimeter, you know? So just when you do your outline, make sure that you bring your nail and look at it so that you can see if you can actually see the black outline of it, because yeah. And so whatever I do to one nail, I am going to do to the other. So I went ahead and did my ring finger and just deleted that part, edited it out, because exactly what I do to one finger, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other finger. So now I'm just coming in like a centimeter or two and drawing a black line, and then picking up my brush and drawing an even tinier black line right beneath it. I'm going to do the same thing with the white, just on the opposite side. And I am going to draw a white line, pick up my brush, draw a tiny white line. I am flash carrying in between all of these. This is the gel liner that I got from Sparkle & Co. and it is in the color Butterfly. And I'm going to use this, and I'm going to add a little highlight right at the corner. And so I'm going to, underneath the black still, bring it in just right at the perimeter there. And that is going to be that. And I wanted these nails to be matte. So after I cured that, I am going in with matte gel top coat. Now, here's my advice. If you go in with matte gel top coat over this, please use a base coat or a 2-in-1 gel. Because I did not. I just decided it'll be fine. I'll just go right over all of this. It'll be fine. And about 15 minutes after I cured this matte gel top coat, it was already peeling off of me, which I have not had happen before with this gel. So I was like, oh man, it's because I didn't add base coat. So I did end up having to go and file off that top layer, and of course my design came with it. So I filed down to the color of just the solid purple nails, and I redid the design, and I applied my 2-in-1 gel base and top coat from Manny Boss, and then applied the matte, and we're doing good. It's stuck. So this is my mani, you guys. 2 manis in 1 video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, bitches.